Stephen Kinnock.
Thank you, Ms. Gillen. And I'd like to pay tribute to my honourable friend, the honourable member for Cardiff South and Penarth, for securing today's debate. I'd also like to pay tribute to the fantastic workforce of steel workers across our country, many of whom are represented here with us today, and it's an honour to have you with us here today, gentlemen. The past few weeks, particularly since the referendum result, have been characterised by uncertainty. Economic uncertainty, the pound falling, investment put on hold, jobs at risk, party political uncertainty, governmental uncertainty and paralysis. And this uncertainty has been particularly acute for the steel industry. When Tata announced on Friday that they were putting the sale of Strip Products UK on the back burner as they explored the possibility of forming a joint venture with ThyssenKrupp, the workforce and their families were clearly reacting with a degree of scepticism and concern. That announcement compounded existing uncertainties. ThyssenKrupp have long expressed interest in Tata's Dutch plant, but until last week there'd been no convincing evidence of any interest in Tata Steel's UK operations. The central concern around this joint venture proposal, therefore, is, particularly with Britain outside the EU, that the UK operations, including Port Talbot in my Aberavon constituency, might not receive the support and investment that we require. Therefore, clear assurances are required from the government, Tata and ThyssenKrupp that the mooted joint venture will in no way diminish Port Talbot and the rest of the UK Strip Products division. The uncertainties of the sale process have been compounded by Brexit and the resulting Whitehall paralysis. And so what we need now, on the day that a new Prime Minister enters number 10, is a government that is truly committed to the steel industry and to its future. I, like the Right Honourable Member for Broxtowe, was a passionate campaigner for Remain. But the British people voted to leave, and we must now deliver on and make the most of the mandate that they've given us. To do this, we must urgently clarify the nature of our trading relationship with the EU 27. So I hope that the incoming Prime Minister will fully engage with the industry and parties from across this House when determining the approach to Brexit negotiations. But the top priority is surely on energy costs, cited by leading figures in the industry as the #1 challenge facing British steel competitiveness. At present, there's a £17 per megawatt hour differential between the energy costs for Germany and Britain, and that's after the energy compensation package has been taken into account. Energy costs in this country are quite simply astronomical, and the government should and must act. At the 8th of June Steel Council, the Secretary of State was receptive to the industry proposals, with BIS and DEC pledging to come back with urgency on energy costs. Well, we're still waiting. And so I would ask the Minister to do all she can in whatever time she has left in her post to expedite the process. Because what the industry cannot take is more delay and uncertainty. Steel is a foundation industry, critical to the houses in which we live, the offices in which we work, the cars we drive, and the bridges that we cross. It's the beating heart of economies and communities such as the one that I represent. And that is why we need a resilient steel industry, an industry that can compete on a level playing field with our global competitors, an industry that serves our entire economy and our communities. The referendum has compounded existing uncertainties facing our industry, but that means government must act, and act decisively and quickly. Brexit is a fact. The will of the British people must be enacted. And if the government acts with purpose, then we can make sure it works for the steel industry and for our communities. Thank you.
Christina Rees.